1992, police were called to a shooting in Baltimore, Maryland, where, as the officer said, he found the drug dealer with the 2 guns smoking at his feet. He was dead. He was wearing a bulletproof vest, but had finally been shot through the head. He had been ambushed by 2 men, one of whom had a fully automatic weapon. He had 2 semi-automatic weapons, and in the space of less than 20 seconds, 65 rounds were fired. The experience of homicide in the United States, then, is 65 bullets flying through the air of an American city in the middle of the afternoon. Throughout this, I will stress how social group specific homicide is, and I will try to explain the increase in homicide since 1968, pointing out that it has not been spread evenly across the social groups of America. I want to do 2 things. First, I want to present a picture of what we think we know about homicide in the United States, focusing on the changes since 1968. And then I want to focus on the characteristics that will help us to understand the higher homicide rates and to understand the difference in homicides that have occurred since that time. I will focus on firearms and on a culture of violence. First, talking about rates of homicide. Over the past 50 years, from 1940 to 1968, there was a relatively normal homicide rate in the United States. Never went below 6 per 100,000. It never went above, or never went below 4 per 100,000. Never went above 6 per 100,000. Very stable, very predictable, very much like European rates. But in 1968, those rates started to go up, and the increase has been dramatic and it has been steep. In 1980, it was 10 per 100,000. For 30 years, the homicide rates in the United States did not change, and then in 10 years, they more than doubled. First, take as a normal base those normal homicides. The husband killing his wife, as I say to my Swiss friends when I do this in Switzerland, the farmer in Appenzell, the Austrian farmer in Tyrol, or as you would say in Maryland, the farmer in Hagerstown, who spends 40 years nagging his wife, and after 40 years finally comes in and she's had it, and he says something to her, and she takes the frying pan and brains him. Normal fights. 2 friends who go into a bar, get into an argument about who the greatest baseball team in history was, and one of them winds up dead. Normal homicides.